Hello, the Trooper here. I'm here for another vlog because I will be having some important company over fairly soon, around the 3rd-ish or so of September. And it's somebody who's very close. They're basically family, and we haven't been able to see him for a long time, so I might be a little preoccupied around that time. I'm just kind of giving a bit of a heads up. So that is something that I very much wanted to say pretty much off the bat because it's the most important thing. Otherwise, there is kind of something I'm slightly concerned about, but I might be able to handle. I am not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to continue Magic and Mythos the way I wanted to, because it seems to be having some serious lag problems suddenly. That may just be the Nether and the Legacy Ether. Although in the case of the Legacy Ether, from Ether Legacy, that one might be corrected at some point because the author has said that they're aware of various problems with it and will be backporting bug fixes to 1.10.2. So that will be perfectly fine if that's true. I think that's what they meant. In addition to possibly even the news of backporting it to 1.7.10, that's a possibility. I didn't realize they were thinking of doing that, but admittedly, seeing how incomplete Ether 2 was at the time, compared with where they wanted to have it, I can kind of see why, and it's still giving the option to see the original Ether, so I can see why the backport going that far back. So I understand that one pretty well, actually. But again, there's some other things that I may be able to correct, others might be able to correct about it, but Magic and Mythos, I don't know if it's going to be able to go on as perfectly as wanting to. I might actually be able to version promote it, I don't know, because it would kind of lose a lot of really good mods I was hoping to get more into or have already been into, and it would be kind of a bit of a loss. So I'd rather try to see if I can either correct the problem or see if it gets corrected along the way. But it might just be kind of how much I've shoved into it in terms of how much area I've covered, because sometimes whenever you go through a large region, it can be a bit more of an issue because it has more things that are technically being tracked. So that's also a possibility. It's just a natural side effect. But either way, I'll try to figure that out because I do like doing that series and I'd like to continue it. So I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to do so. Other things I still have planned coming up, and some things I may wind up being a part of. I don't even know what certain YouTube policies are with certain things, like individually, because I might be going to BTM again this year. I actually went last year with Shino and Interment of Doom. In fact, I was kind of the guy showing it to them more because I was able to handle it better than they were, which is actually kind of funny. And I don't know if you can YouTube that. I'll have to ask them what the policies are as to whether or not I can show that off or not. But that's definitely something I'm going to be doing around Minecon time, which will be September 29th. The thing is, BTM is kind of like a virtual online darn lips. It's kind of like a virtual online Minecon done within Minecon, and you get to meet up with a lot of modders and see what they're working on and stuff, see new features and things like that. So it can be cool in its own way, and if they have it set up, you can actually watch part of the Minecon stream through Better Than Minecon. They've actually had a mod in there before that was able to connect with the general internet and allow them to actually connect with the stream. So that was pretty cool when it happened last time. And I'm hoping they get to do that again this year. Although admittedly, last time I switched to back to the mainstream myself and kind of went with it because I think they were losing a little fidelity, so I decided to go, if yours is going in and out, but I can just come right back to the actual BTM location later. So I kind of buzzed out for a little while and came back in, and then we talked about the stream and stuff and what was announced, which was this update, might I add. It was the update Aquatic. So that's how long it's been since that happened. And it's something that I think is going to continue being an annual thing alongside Minecon. It'll always be the same day, around the same time Minecon actually is. So that's going to be a thing. again, I don't know if I'd be able to YouTube it or not, or what. But whether or not I do, it's kind of one of those days that I ironically might not have something up on Minecraft because I'm watching Minecraft in the form of the actual announcements and stuff. Would it actually be something to do a reaction video to that? I don't know. I mean, not exactly like reaction the regular way. Like, I don't have the proper webcam yet. That's still a thing I'd love to see actually happen. But so far, I don't see that petition going quite far enough. And although I'm also helping out directly by trying to contact the right people, it's kind of just tricky. I'm not saying I'm being walled out, I'm just saying it's tricky. So I'm trying to contribute to the possibility of me having the kind of webcam I'd actually like. Of course, to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure if being able to run that and my other software all at once would technically let me do as much. But it'd be something to at least do occasionally, you know? So, I mean, not everybody has facecam on darn lips. Not everybody has facecam on every video, so it might be for special occasions or something. So you never know. And even then, I still have to be able to have it first. Yeah, so there's still that whole petition thing. So please check it out. I'll try to remember to have a link to it again below. So yeah, that's also a thing. And you gotta admit, being able to do reaction videos with the type of camera I'd like would be pretty cool, actually, because if it does everything it's supposed to do, then I would be able to watch my reactions in infrared where they'd be more obvious, because sometimes I don't necessarily react facially as much as normal people, so it'd be interesting seeing the more subtle reactions and seeing if I actually do react at all to some things, or if I really am just really hard to please when it comes to certain things, you know? Like, okay, they announced like the red dragon, am I gonna go, ah, or am I just gonna just smile subtly and see if I get more flushed in infrared or something? You see, that would be a special event that would be kind of interesting to be able to do that with, is like have a reaction video that way. Of course, a post, they'll have it up in like post, well, they'll have it up in post, because they will have it like probably uploaded to YouTube with certain parts of the stream at some point, so I could still kind of at least go over how I reacted to things initially and what I was thinking of them at the time. And, you know, reliving the experience, I might actually be able to have the same reaction again. That might be interesting. So, wow, suddenly thought of a lot of stuff. Okay, this went off in a direction I wasn't really thinking, but I'm actually liking. Okay, well, sometimes you just kind of need to snowball a bit, or whatever. Is it snowballing, or... Well, either way, I'm just rolling with it. Anyhow, for now, I think that's everything I can think of. I'll be having company, I'll be checking out, like, BTM and Minecon and all that stuff. And that admittedly, it would be just an idea to do some kind of reaction video at some point, at least to that. I mean, that is, like, one of the biggest announcements that I can think of that I would possibly want to actually do that with, so... Yeah, I mean, even if it's like just a once-a-year thing, that would be pretty cool to do. Well, that is, as long as Minecon is once a year. Now there's a thought. Who knows. Anyhow, I'll be continuing on as usual. For now, though, I'll have to be logging off and doing my traditional parrot party. So, yes, the parrot party must always continue. So, buddy around here happy? You got your little toy in the water? You know, I'm not entirely sure, but I think dolphins actually reset the despawn rate of an item. Like I think they reset the despawn timer, because they temporarily pick it up and then they throw it. Now that I'm looking at this, yeah, it like disappears for a split second and then they toss it. Does that count? You gonna bounce up and... Yeah, they do it for they disappear for a split second, and then it comes back out. Okay, that's something that I'm kind of curious about. It might not even be on the wiki. That's an interesting thought. Do dolphins reset despawn timers? I mean, could they literally play with an item forever? Because I've kind of swapped out their toy a few times, and some things may be lost to the ocean because a dolphin may have literally just went away with it. Okay, well, whatever the dolphin wants, they get. So whatever. They deserve. Yeah, you be happy about that. That you probably took a few nether stars, because they went somewhere and I don't know where they ever go. Anyhow, okay, parrots. It's time to make sure that the music is just your kind of groove. So yeah, so I'll be signing off for now. Hope to hear from you all later, and remember. Ah. Join the parrot party. Yeah. Parrot party. Parrot party.